Steve, it ends here 0-0 against Dagenham Redbridge. What's your overall assessment of the game?
Delighted, absolutely delighted, given the circumstances we've come into the game under and what's unfolded in the last 48 hours. I asked my players to dig in for me today, and that's exactly what they've done. We struggled in their final third to get going. Obviously, with the front four that we had today, we had to pose a different threat. Those little slide balls down the side and in between the centre halves, and those little diagonals in behind. It didn't quite come off for us today, but I thought the front four worked really, really hard out of possession, which was important. And when you're in that situation, it's not quite happening for you in the final third. You've obviously got to defend and dig in and defend properly, and we did that to a man. And you know, this is a really big point for us, a really big point, particularly given the circumstances that we've had to come into the game under today.
A few changes, and you well know a few big players like Marley Miranda, who's unfortunately suspended, and John Akinde, who's looks like he's going to be out for the season. As a manager, how do you adapt to these changes?
We have no choice, do you?
Yeah.
I mean, the team, 12 fit players today, the team kind of picked itself with the greatest respect. And you just ask people to do their jobs and do them to the best of their ability. There was nobody out there. You know, Tom's played as a 9 for Chelmsford City previously, so it's not alien to him. I thought he did ever so well. I thought the front four did really, really well, but a lot of their work was out of possession. But yeah, listen, we've got some good, bright, articulate footballers at this football club. They know what we're dealing with circumstances like today, you know, and I just asked them to go out and give us a performance, not so much a performance, but just dig in, and if it meant grinding out a result, which it did do today, given the magnitude of the game for both teams, that we did that. And what's pleased me more than anything over the bank holiday weekend is that we've shown a doggedness and resolve when our back's against the wall to basically defend our box. There's 2 clean sheets over the Easter period, and defend our box properly, and ultimately as a result of that grind out really, really big results, which Good Friday was and again today is.
What the table is now, we still need a few more points to guarantee safety.
We need a point.
A point. How do you keep the players motivated for the last 2 games of the season?
Well, there's no better motivation than that, is there?
Yeah.
We're 1 point away from the Holy Grail, which is staying in this division. And that was my objective and my focus from the day that I walked in the building. And we're literally, we can taste it and we can smell it now. And it's our job as professional people on and off the pitch to ensure that happens, and happens as soon as possible. We work hard on the training ground, we prepare as we always do, we do our due diligence, and we go into the games focused on us and what we've got to achieve for our end objective.